Welcome back.
To Marriage Beyond the Veil.
Well, yesterday's message, Gail brought up a concern about a married couple. And the question was, when do you throw in the
When
towel?
do you throw in the towel?
And my response was, you don't throw in the towel, you throw in the vows. But we concluded by sharing that, First Corinthians 13 chapter is the love chapter in the Bible, and it expresses clearly what love is, what it does, what it doesn't do. Now, with that said, um, when persons are hurt, when persons are feeling like they're at the end of the rope, that's a challenging place to be.
It really is. And this keeps bringing me back to a moment in time when I was struggling and you were making a transition to go up to DC and to look at some opportunities there. And it wasn't that we were separating, but you felt this was what God was calling you to do. And for me, it was very painful. And I remember laying in our bathroom floor and screaming out to God. And I said, "What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong?" And then I said, "Tell me what to do, show me what to do." And then I just started praying, and it was just as clear as day. God said, "Okay, you have to let him go." And I mean, I was hurt. I was shook. You have to let him go. And it wasn't easy. But in that time while he was gone, I had to really face some strong realities about my life and what I had done and what I hadn't done. And I really hadn't prayed enough. I really hadn't looked to God for enough answers. But as things began to clear for me and I got stronger, I had to bring it back to First Corinthians chapter 13.
Now, let me just be clear about that.
Mm-hmm.
Some of me going to DC. I wasn't leaving the marriage.
No, it wasn't. It
No,
didn't have
just-
anything yeah, that's what I said. It didn't have anything
No,
to do
I
with
mean, I just want to be crystal
No,
clear
it
about
wasn't
that.
that.
This was about ministry and things that God was leading me to do.
Mm-hmm.
But again, in the midst of your relationship, in the midst of your marriage, there will always be things that you may not understand. And if it's something that is a growth opportunity, because there are certain things that will occur that do occur just for growth.
Yeah. They do.
Just for an opportunity for one to see where they may not be thinking from a larger perspective.
Right.
Where they're not considering things that they need to consider from a godly perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But getting back to being hurt and contemplating whether or not we need to continue in this marriage, you always want to consult God and stand on love.
Yeah.
But take ownership of what is going on and what isn't happening.
Mm-hmm.
What did I do? What didn't I do? What could I have done better? How all you can really do is focus on what God will have you to do, because you can't change someone else.
You can't. You really can't. And you've got to focus in on that. And in the midst of it, because a lot of times there's hurt, there's anger, there's confusion. You have to stay focused on God, because if you don't, you'll find yourself being pulled away into directions that you don't want to go. Don't allow yourself to be pulled into a rabbit hole where people are trying to say, well, that marriage is over. There will be someone there to stroke your ego. There will be someone to say, well, it's not your fault. You didn't do anything wrong. And they have an ulterior motive. You have to stay focused, because remember what your commitment was. Who did you first make this commitment to? My first commitment wasn't to Fred. My first commitment was to God.
And so the enemy will always come in some shape, form, or fashion to attempt to destroy you. The Bible makes it clear the enemy comes to steal, kill, and destroy. But in the wedding vows, it says, what God has put together, let no man put asunder.
Love it.
So, again, as challenging, as painful as it may be, find love. Because if love is there, God is there. Because the Bible clearly states God is love. So until tomorrow, if the Lord says the same.
Have a good day.